Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the
Money.
Let's get to the
Money. Let's get to the motherfucking money.
Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in your ass screaming fuck the bookies. Woke up in the morning, grab my little black book. Yesterday can eat a dick, cause we lost by the hook. Can't win them all, so you never see me get shook. Today's a new day, the bookmaker's getting cooked. When I spot a dirty keg of 4 units getting played, always find the value, I would never be afraid. Scary money don't win, but I'm not going all in unless I see a bet I love, then I put my balls on a bookie's chin. Let it all soak in, doubling my bread, winning money with my friends. If you got the itch and you wanna go big, follow Sharpie bets and you gon' really fucking win. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment. But if I find the right price, believe I'm parlaying it. You can see my spreadsheet, I'm winning, not just saying it. Profit in the green every week, I'm never negative. I can bet an ace or a shitty all picture. Pick the right spots cause I'm the K-pop whisperer. Shut up when I speak until you finally get the picture. I'm the best in the world, tell me you getting richer. Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the ass screaming fuck the bookies.
Let's get to the motherfucking money.
And here we go.
And the going is here. Welcome, fellas, to the Balking Dead, where you already know there is no sleep for the mother trucking wicked. We're coming off a solid day, guys, yesterday. Only thing we lost was the K-prop by the hook with McClanahan up 2 units, but it's a new day. And we're 0-0, guys, so what a day to start 0-0, as we have 12 guys in the book. And because my boss is cooler than yours, I only got to talk 6 I wanted to talk some action on. And because you guys hit that like and retweet, we will talk about Peralta and Hunter Brown at the end. Of course, guys, this show is sponsored by PrizePicks. If you haven't, go on over there and use that promo code PUBSPORTS on your first deposit. They will match deposit it up to 100, minimum of 25. When you win, guys, they want in, right? Yes, they mother trucking do. We got a new sponsor as well, guys, on this show. Dubby, guys. That's right. Not Doobie, Dubby. It's a clean energy powder with no come down to your day. Simply by scanning that QR code on screen, guys, you will get 10% off your first order by using the best promo code on earth. Pub Sports, that is. Shout out to the chat, guys. Appreciate you all for coming, and shout out to the best producer in the world. He's back. Big Show Picks, that is. Y'all know the drill. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Make sure you have them notification bells on. I did start putting timestamps in the comment section after the show. At worst, it will be the recap. At best, it will be every pitcher that we talk, and they will have their own timestamp for their breakdown. We will compare the best line available when first opened and the best line available 30 minutes prior to the show. Then we will compare them to what PrizePicks has to offer. Another day in the black, guys. So as we go back over last weekend to last Friday, guys, we're going on like a 7-8 day streak of staying in the black. And that's all I can ask for. Monster days like yesterday are nice, but let's just stay positive and positive. We gonna have a monster month. Let's talk this first pitcher on the board. Jesus Lazaro versus the Royals, number 59 in the black book. This year he's got a 27% K percentage and an 8.1 walk percentage. They opened him up on PointsBet at 7+ -140. Now Bet Rivers has him at the best line at 8+ at a +115. PrizePicks has him at a flat 7, whereas hits allowed under over on PrizePicks are at a 4.5. Projected lineup. It came out right now. Let me hit the refresh button because I was doing that over and over as the song was playing. And they didn't pop it onto the one site I was looking at that does do righty-lefties, and they don't do it. They were projecting 4 lefties, but I believe we only got 3 with 6 righties in that lineup, and they actually put them towards the end of the lineup today, unlike yesterday when we had Garrett. They were giving us lefties up front, lefties in the back. So the more lefties, the better. Even the fact they put in 3 in there, they're dumb. But that's the Royals. They are actually one of these teams that are actually trying to lose games. This year, he has a K per 9 of the same home road with a nice 10.5 K per 9. Lefties, he's got an 11 K per 9 against this year, while righties a nice 10.5. So this dude has been that dude. Black Jesus is what I like to call him. And man, does he get a great matchup, guys, from the baseball gods with Lazaro versus these Royals over the last 200 plate appearances versus lefties have been atrocious, to say the least. They're not walking at a disgusting 6.6%. They're middle of the pack in batting average and bottom 6 in all power departments, while striking out at a 26.3%. And if we take it just to the on the road splits over their last month, versus lefties, guys, it gets worse. Walk percentage drops to a disgusting 3.7, and their strikeout percent goes up to a 29.5. So you would think this is a smash spot, guys, right? Smash the bookies, right, Sharpie? Well, on the contrary, my friend. Since last year, guys, Lazaro has played 25 games where we can look at numbers at, guys. And what I mean by that is the first 2-3 weeks, guys, we don't have numbers, so we couldn't look at those. So he has 25 games that we can look at numbers at. When we look at those numbers, he's faced 6 teams with a K percentage of 24 or worse, like these Royals have today. He is 2-4 to the over 6.5, and they've bumped him up now to the 7.5, guys. Now, I get it. If you've already grabbed it, I get it. He's averaging only 7 strikeouts a game in these spots, and I like to talk my wiggle room. Now, if we look at the damage Lazaro has done over his last 4 games with nothing less than 7 in a game, this is why we get that juice 6.5. That's done moved to the 7.5s for the most part. I'm going to take him down to that 6+, guys, to get to that over 5.5. And that 1.5 strikeouts of wiggle room that he averaged in this spot, guys. And yes, he was a 2-4 to those over 6.5s in these spot versus these teams, but he's now 5-1 when I take him to the over 5.5, guys. And I'm going to alt him down. This is my alt 6 parlay for the day, guys. And I'm taking him at 6, and I'm going to hook him to the last guy we talked about, Joe Musgrove, at 6. And I got a minus 112 at that, guys. And both of these guys are in the same type of situations, and I'll get to Musgrove when I talk about them, but same type of situations where I want that 1.5 strikeouts of wiggle room in case of shit doesn't go right. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Lazaro does go out there and hit that 8+, but Sharpie 316, roll 34, guys. I do not chase K props, and I do not chase women. And in this spot, to this number, he does not have a winning percentage to that. So I will take him to where he does have that great winning percentage, and I will hook him up to Musgrove as well. And I'll get to that when we get to him. So double 6 alt parlay for the fucking win today with Musgrove and our boy Lazaro. Then we're going to get into Zac Eflin, guys, versus the Twins. Black Book 61. This year, he's got a 24.5% K percentage with a elite 3.4 walk percentage. Opened him up last night on FanDuel, 6+ minus 102. Closing line right now, the best line available, still on FanDuel at that minus 110. PrizePicks has him at a 5.5. Hits allowed under over are at 5. Projected lineup for your 20s are 5 righties, 4 lefties. This year's K per 9, he has an 8.3 at home with a 9 on the road. He does have 37 innings at home compared to just 23 on the road. Lefties, he's striking out at an 8.3 K per 9, while righties, a straight strikeout per inning. This will be the first time this year, guys, that I get on Zac Eflin. And at the moment, I only have a half unit on the over 5.5 at minus 110. And it's because I think I found the way to bet Eflin. And that's us attacking the whiff percentage of the Minnesota Twins. Eflin is a strike thrower, guys. Looks to go deep into games and not walk people. A guy I don't look to back often on his K props. But we look at these Twins numbers, and man, the only good thing they are doing is walking at a nice 9.9%. But Eflin don't walk people, like I said, as he has a beautiful 3-point walk percentage on the year. So you can go pound your freaking nice walk percentage up your ass, Twinnies. They're middle of the pack in all hitting categories and dead last in strikeout percentage at a disgusting 32.5%. 31.5 if you want to go back over their last 200 plate appearances strictly on the road. So, yeah, Sharpie, this should be easy. It's a smack spot, right? Well, why wasn't I on him last week then versus the Cubs, who also had a 27% strikeout clip, guys? At the end of the day, that strikeout number doesn't always mean shit to me, guys. Yes, certain guys we can circle like that, and yeah, that it's as easy as that. It's not been like that with Zac Eflin, guys, and that's where I get into whiff percentage, missing pitches inside the zone, and the Twins are the worst in Major League Baseball at a disgusting 29.3%, which is 4% worse, less than league average, guys, with a strike thrower on the mound. And when he has faced other teams in the top 5 whiff percentage this year, Oakland A's, he had 7, Milwaukee Brewers, he had 8. Yeah, sign me up for some Zac Eflin over 5.5 minus 110. And I did put a half unit on it, as it is my first bet on him on the year. And if I am right on this whiff percentage, we have now found the hammer spots for when and if we pull the trigger on Eflin, or I pull the trigger, because everybody has a trigger, guys. The point is finding it, and Eflin has dealt versus teams with high whiff percentage, a la Hugh Darvish. Hugh Darvish had 7 on 80 pitches. We ran him that day versus the Twins. Why? Because Darvish throws pitches down the middle of the fucking, not middle, but he attacks the zone. He doesn't look to walk, guys. And let's freaking go, Mr. Zac Eflin. I'd like to call you Zach Morris, a.k.a. go bang some Kelly Kapowski and get us some of that monies today, guys. So shout out to the chat, guys. If you haven't already, you know what I'm about to say, right? Smash the mother trucking like button. 60 live, 30 likes. People must hate me. Yeah, I give out winner after winner after winning days after winning days, and I have to scream and bitch about likes. But I guess that's the way life goes, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. So let's talk about our guy, our hero, Mitch Keller. Oh, and the beautiful matchup versus these Oakland A's. Number 90 in the black book this year. He's got that's not his strikeout percentage. I must have got high and not put in Mitch Keller's strikeout numbers and splits. Sorry, fellas. Life's a bitch and you marry on. Let's talk Mitch Keller. Opened up last night on FanDuel, 7+ at minus 122. Best line available now is minus 150 on the MGM website, or pretty much everywhere else now has moved to the plus money when needed to be. So we get our boy, guys, Mitch Keller. So I'm not going to be a lazy ass. It's really easy to pull this shit up, guys. He's got a 30.5 K percentage on the year. Elite. A 5.6 walk percentage on the year. Elite. And what do these books keep doing to us, guys? He's been striking lefties out at a disgusting 12.6 K per 9 and righties out at a damn near 9.8 K per 9. And these books just do not know how to line this man, guys. They don't know what to do. It's so bad that PrizePicks aren't even going to offer you as hits, earned runs, or outs. They did this shit with Alcantara the other day, guys, and the books wouldn't even give us his outs prop, guys. And why is that? Why are they not going to give us something on a guy? Probably because he's going to fucking hit it 9 times out of 10, guys, on that outs prop. Now, they keep putting his strikeout prop out because they're fucking idiots, guys. They just don't know what they're doing with Mitch Keller. We get one of our favorite guys in a matchup from the gods, the Oakland A's, where the numbers over the last 200 plate appearances versus righties have been straight ass. And that's being nice. The worst team in baseball in batting average, OPS, and isolated power. To go along with not walking at a disgusting 6.9%, they're also striking out at a 27% clip. This is the worst team in the Major League Baseball. The Royals are just trying to lose games on purpose. This team just can't win games, guys. Those are on accident. Their walk percentage, guys, drops to a disgusting 4.7, and their strikeout percentage goes up to a 31 when we look at how they're playing at on the road over their last 200 plate appearances, guys. Everything says, what the fuck is he at a 6.5 for? Granted, I got in minus 122. He's at a minus 150 now. And I'm going to tell you, bet the fucking juice on the man, guys. Why not? He is worth the juice, in my opinion. And as long as you give me 3 lefties or more, I need 4 lefties. 4 lefties or more versus, I'll take the 7.5 as a straight bet too, bro, as like a half unit on him. And I'll take me a mini ladder, guys. This guy's going to murk these Oakland A's today. The more lefties, the better. This is one of the premier strikeout pitchers in the game, guys, that the books do not know how to freaking line. He should be at a 7.5 already. And he should have been juiced to the gills on the 7.5 because of who the Oakland A's are. Now we get Keller, guys, over the last 4 weeks. He's opened up at a 4.5 or a 5.5. The books don't know what to do with this man. He has 8 or more strikeouts, guys, in 7 straight fucking games. And let's open him up at a 4.5. Let's try 5.5. Okay, let's try 5.5 again. Okay, how about 6.5? Bro, y'all are fucked on Mitch Keller, guys. And until they get to freaking fixing, yeah, but this is why I say pay the juice on the 6.5, guys. He does average 7.8 strikeouts a game. I like the 1.5 strikeouts of wiggle room right there, guys. That's 1.3. That's close to the 1.5, guys. That's on his average. He's going to go out there and get that, guys. So even on a bad day, we hit that 7. So that's why I would pay the juice on the man. But I get it. Some people don't have legal books and they're only offered plus money on the 7.5. And yeah, guys, he's at least going to be a half unit bet for me on the if they give me 4 lefties. If you cannot bet it, guys, bet a full unit on that. If you cannot get the 6.5, if they give us 4 lefties with Oakland, take a full unit on a 7.5. If it's less than 4, put a half unit on it, guys. He still should go out there and smack these bitches. So yeah, Mitch Keller to the damn moon and back, guys, in a beautiful matchup where the books are just cucks and they don't know what to do. Now let's talk about the books and what they do got going on here, guys, because there's some weird shit right here. Lucas Giolito at the Yankees. Number 47 in the black book. This year he's got a 24% K percentage with a nice 7.3 walk percentage. Open him up. This morning, it was 5 plus minus 160 at MGM, 6 plus at plus 106. My stoned ass forgot to check out where he's at now, so let's just go pull that up while we talk Lucas Giolito. Why would it even be at a minus 160? Now, I don't like to talk about props that do open up at that because I wouldn't bet a minus 160. Minus 150 is about my range. And right now on every book, he is either plus money to the 5.5 or up to minus 120, depending on since the lineups have came out. And since the lineups came out, it ain't no projected lineup. Let's just go refresh it and pull up their lineup while we are here. And the Yankees today, they're running 3 lefties, and Judge is still out the lineup from running into the wall. Stanton is in it. Donaldson is in it. So K per 9s this year, Lucas Giolito. He has an 8.6 at home, 9.6 on the road where he is today. And lefties, righties this year, he's dead even with a 9.1 K per 9. His pitching outs on PrizePicks, they put him at a 17.5, and they put his strikeouts at a straight 5. Let's talk him. We get Giolito, guys, opened up at a 4.5. Yes, like I said, it was juiced, but what in the Sam hell's going on? Now, even at 5.5 plus money, it still don't make no sense to me, guys, from the outside as I look in. The Yankees' numbers over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitchers, they are walking below league average. They're middle of the pack in batting average, but they are destroying the ball in power and the OPS and isolated power zones, guys. And they're striking out near that 24% clip. So why is Gio a 5.5? That is the issue. And before my cat hits the computer button and turns it off because they're stoner cats. And yeah, so that was the issue with me, guys. Stupid cat, bro. They turn off my power button more often than not, guys. It's so stupid. If I don't hit the save button every 3 seconds, their stupid fat paws somehow find the power button. So my issue right here is Gio being a 5.5 and at plus money. If we look at his win percentage to the over 5.5, his last freaking 10 games, guys, it says what in the Sam Houston is going on. He's 7-2 to the over 5.5, guys, his last 9 games. They don't give out free money, and let alone they don't give it out at plus money. Then the last 3 weeks, guys, he's been a 6.5, and he hasn't come close in one of those games. So let's drop him versus a Yankees team who has a strikeout percentage next to their number that says if you want to go, you go. This thing is very frustrating to me, guys. There's no way this should have opened at minus 120 and then got adjusted from there. And because I just don't get this line, guys, I've got to let it go. More often than not, it has helped me just to let spots go that I don't understand what the books got going on. And for some reason, like they're trying to bait you to bet this over, and they almost got me. I would have needed 4 lefties. They gave us 3, and I would have needed Bowers not to be the 9 hole, because Bowers is that swing and miss type guy, guys. And I don't know how many times Giolito's going to see that 9 hole, 2 times, 3 times at best, but I don't think he gets to that 3 times, because these Yankees bats are the truth. But they are a different lineup without Judge in it, guys. This is a lineup you can attack, in my opinion. So Giolito, it's either over or nothing, guys, and I had to let it go because I just didn't get why the books were asking or baiting you with that plus type money in this spot. So is what it is. Giolito has been good near these 24K percentages or not when he gets 4 lefties or more. And he struggled when they've loaded up at least 6 righties like they do have today. So I've got to let him go. Maybe the books know that he struggles versus right-handed dominant lineups as well. And is what it is. And I'm okay passing on him today, where I am not going to pass in the next game when everything tells you, pass, pass. Why would you run a K-prop versus this team? Well, we've got 70 plus and 38 likes. Y'all smash the like button if you haven't, and I'm going to get to you and tell you why we're going to take Kevin Gausman versus these Astros. Number 22 in the black book, which is just a beautiful number in this household, has a how did Sharpie miss all these people's K percentages and shit last night? Sharpie's better than that, guys. Let me tell you, I must have got really baked and was so pumped that I got all my freaking bets in and the numbers that I expected. The Sharpie let it go. I was like, yeah. Well, Kevin Gausman on the year has been elite, fantastic, one of the best strikeout pitchers, one of the best pitchers in the game. He has a 33% strikeout percent on the year with a nice 5.9 walk percentage to freaking boot. To boot, eh? El Booty. This year, he is striking out. It doesn't matter home road. He has an elite 12K per 9 each way, where lefties he's striking out at a 12.3 and righties a 11.8. Kevin freaking Gausman, guys. Opened up last night on PointsBet at 7 plus minus 135. Right now, the best line available is at that minus 150 range for the 7 plus. And 8 plus is the best line on PointsBet at that plus 105 right now. He's 7 on PrizePicks. Under over outs is at a whopping 19.5, guys. That tells you something right there, boy. Hey, I like. Oh, me likey. You go that long? You putting the schlong dong out on these Astros, boy. Let's talk about it. Projected lineup for your Astros is the same lineup you normally get. 7 righties, 2 lefties. Let's get nothing to it, boys. Let's get to it. Now we get a spot, guys, by the numbers with Gausman versus the Astros that say run for the fucking hills, as their numbers are elite. They're not striking out at a nice 20.5%, and they're top 8 in every hitting category where they are walking league average. And I'm over here going, nah, nah, nah. And this is simple, guys, and it's why I took Ohtani under last week. And that's because since the All-Star break last year, Ohtani stopped using his splitter. Well, guess who has the best splitter in the mother trucking game? The man we're taking over today, guys. And let's talk last year when Gausman seen the Astros and went 7 innings and 10 strikeouts. My cat won't leave me alone. He went 7 innings with 10 strikeouts. And yes, he's seen them this year. And he had his worst game of the year, guys. But I watched that game, and I've talked about it with Gausman's splitter before. And it's a field pitch, guys, for him. He doesn't throw it in side sessions. And he throws it a few pitches before the game in warmups. And sometimes it doesn't come till the 2nd or 3rd inning. And he can't just straight look to pin his fastball for a strike, guys. A la Houston Astros this year, a la Boston this year, guys. When he did not have the feel for his splitter, this guy's fastball velocity comes down 4 miles per hour because he's trying to throw strikes. He is a guy who needs to throw his fastball up in the zone to play the splitter off of it down in the zone, guys. So he is a guy who can hit them 96, 97s when humming. But if he is looking to throw strikes and he is struggling, he will be down to that 92 range, guys. So I am not going to hate him for having an off game, guys. It happens. It's happened to him twice this year so far. And I didn't get on him the first game. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because they were offering plus money on a 6.5, and I wrote trap line next to it because I keep track of everything. And this is a 6.5 too, where I knew I'd get a 6.5 because the Astros are elite, guys. When you look at all their freaking numbers, guys. Well, who else uses the splitter that we could talk about versus the Astros? Well, like I said, Ohtani stopped using it. And that's why I took his under last week, guys, with Ohtani. Stopped using it after the All-Star break. It went from a 14% rate to a 7% rate. He does still use it, guys. I'm just saying he doesn't use it as much. And this is a guy who uses it way more than 14%. And Ohtani, guys, the 3 times that when he did use his splitter at a great percent, had 9, 12, and 12. If you want to go back 2 years with Gausman, when he got taken to the woodshed, destroyed, didn't even go to the 5th inning, he still had 9 strikeouts that day, guys. So if his splitter's on, we're on. And I'm on the over 6.5 at minus 135. And call me batshit crazy, guys. I'm going to put a quarter unit on the 9+ at plus 200, guys. I expect this guy to go balls deep today, guys. 1.55 units I have on this man in this spot. Now, I would not pay the juice at minus 150 for this man, as if his splitter's not working, guys, like I said. Then I'm fucked. And take him one up and play the unit right there on the plus money at the 8, guys. If he's on, and he pulls out his schlong. And bankroll management is key to me, guys. I know it ain't to a lot. I know some people will bet whatever juice to get whatever. I was the jackass who pulled Nola's minus 150 down with Garrett's 4 yesterday to get a minus 114 juice. And Nola was a no sweat bet, guys, at the end of the day. I mean, granted, Braxton Garrett did his job too, guys, but I'm a pussy better, guys. I'm a safe better, guys. I'm one of those guys. I don't look for crazy plus money. I look for as close to even money as I can get, and I will pay juice for certain guys in certain spots. I would pay juice for Keller in that spot. Keller has fucking shined, guys. He's proven himself in that spot. This right here is dependent on, does this man have his splitter going? So if it's yes, I don't got to worry about that one up, guys. If I was paying minus 150, take them up to the 7.5 at plus money and put a half unit on that and put a quarter unit on the next one up with me as well, guys. So that way you're involved with that risk. Bankroll management on only 0.75 worth unit, where I've got my ass on like 1.55 units if he does shit the bed. Life's a bitch and you marry one, guys, and I'm expecting a giant game, and the books are too by putting his outs at 19.5. If he goes over 19.5 outs, which they're actually asking you to bet the under versus an Astros team who crushes the ball, oh Lord, he may have 13. He may have 13, fellas. Oh my God. Peggy, those kids whacking off in my tool shed again, Peggy. Beavis, we gotta go, man. This fucking old man's coming again, bro. Like, let's go. Let's talk the last guy on the book, guys. The guy that we started the first alt parlay with. We ended it with this guy, Joe Musgrove versus the Mariners, number 33 in the black book. This year, he has a 21.3 K percentage and a 7.5 walk percentage. Opening line on DK, the best line available is 7+ at plus 115. Now the best line available is on PointsBet at 6+ minus 155, where most books have him at 7+ 120. And that means it's coming down, guys, that he will probably be a minus 140-ish, maybe even less by the time the start of the game. PrizePicks has him at a 6. Hits allowed under over are at a 4.5. Projected lineup, 8 righties. No, that ain't their projected lineup. Sharpie. You got to be better than that. That's the point of reusing prompts from the day before and refilling them in. You know, sometimes you look at it and you're like, Yay! Yay! We got 5 righties, 4 lefties for your Seattle Mariners projected. Please keep leading off Crawford, guys. That guy's a truck. Anywhere from 1 to 3 himself. Guys, there's no need to look at Musgrove splits for 2023 as he had 6 games this year after starting the year late. And those 6 games have been a tough stretch for the man, bro. Let's start the year off versus a pesky ass D-backs team who, if they get on, just fucking run, and go gadget roller skates. Then what should have been a great matchup versus a Giants team, he had to go play in Mexico City, guys. God dang. Let the guy get hammered. Every ball that was hit just flew out the damn park. Oh, and then he had to play a Red Sox team who we know where overs go to die. And then he had a back-to-back with the Dodgers where overs go to die, guys. So his velocity and spin rate is where it's at from last year. So I do expect the 2022 splits to start to show their face more often than not. And last year, guys, he was just that dude. He was a guy you can count on. He averaged the same home road strikeouts, 9.2. Lefties, righties. He struck out lefties at a 9.5 with a nice 8.7 versus the right-handed side, guys. So he's a guy that you can count on, that if you expect him to go deep, he's going to get you his strikeouts, especially versus a team like the Seattle Mariners. Well, the books know that. And here they go playing hoe games, guys, adding a strikeout on the Musgrove due to how the Mariners are playing. Not due to with who he's seen, which have been nothing but hard teams, like we said, guys. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. The books never take in who they've seen, guys. That's why we've gotten Braxton Garrett at 4.5s and 5.5s, because that dude had some really tough matchups where he didn't get his strikeouts to where they kept it that. So they don't just do that on a pitcher, guys. They do it because of a team, like they did with Abbott yesterday, guys, who barely hit his over on the last pitch. And I was sweating my alt parlay with the damn kid, bro, at the end of the day, guys. But we did what we had to do, and we got our damn money with the boys. So at the end of the day, guys, they jacked him up to a 6.5 strictly because of the Mariners. He's coming off a game where he went 6 innings with only 3 strikeouts. He hasn't had 7 in a game all year. And yet, because it's Seattle's not hitting for the life of them, they're not walking, and they're striking out at a 27% clip, we get taxed? Nah, man. Well, Sharpie don't play that, guys. And my cat's pissing me off, so get close to that freak. Come here. You want to come on my lap? Fine. But 27% clip, guys, and we are getting a strikeout added on to the man strictly on them. So this is why I did my double 6 parlays, guys. This is why I started it. And we've got Lazaro 6+, and we've got Musgrove 6+, and we've got that at a -112. And the same reason, if you missed the breakdown on Lazaro, is the same reason why I altered Musgrove, guys. Last season, he's seen 8 teams, guys, with a K percentage of 24% or worse. I altered him to the over 5.5 to the 6+. He's got 7 wins, 8 losses to that number 5.5. But yet, if we go to the 6.5 to where the books opened him up at, he has 5 wins and 3 losses. Still a winning percentage, but I want that 88 win percentage or better, especially when I talk about wiggle room, guys. And he is averaging 6.9 strikeouts a game when he is in these spots. Sharpie 316, rule number 34, guys. We do not chase women or K props. And by altering him to the over 5.5 with Lazardo's over 5.5, I get my wiggle room of 1.5 strikeouts from each guy on their average of what they do in these spots. So if shit don't go right, I'm still comfortable and I get in there with them 6s, guys. Now, I do expect these guys to go deal. I do expect 8 pieces from them both. But shit doesn't always go the way it's supposed to, guys. No, I took them down to 6s because I felt, like I said, I felt really comfortable that way. And I've got my wiggle room. I've got great spots with both of them. And I just cannot do what the books want and bet a number that the dude should not be put at strictly on the way a team is playing. Now, if Musgrove does come down, if he does come down, oh, Lord. You will see me on him, but I guess I'll tweet that one out. Let's talk about the other two guys. If you haven't already, though, smash the damn like button and y'all hit that 75 likes and retweets. So let's talk Hunter Brown and Freddie Peralta right quick. Hunter Brown, guys, he opened up at 4.5 minus 150, and now is plus money for the 5.5s pretty much on all books. So why a 5.5 on a guy who has 8 or more strikeouts in 4 straight games, and he's cashed 3 of those games with a 6.5 or a 7.5 number next to him. So a 4.5, a 5.5, whatever, guys. Why? Well, to counter that, Brown has been set at this fishy line, guys, 2 times this year versus the Rays and the White Sox. And Brown slammed through those 4.5s they tried to put on this man, and he had 8 strikeouts in each game. So it's not like, oh, it's go under right here because the books are begging you to bet the over. It's I'm going to explain you what it is, guys. And I haven't bet it yet. And if I do pull the trigger, it's going to be, I'm going to take his under 15.5 outs. That's the way I'm looking at this. I think he can hit his strikeouts while getting the dog shit kicked out of him. Or he pitches 5 good innings and they pull him at that 5-inning mark. He is coming off of the most pitches he's ever pitched in his career. To me, that's a no-no. You don't back a guy the next start, guys. A la Grayson Rodriguez, threw the most pitches. Next time went out, he went 3 innings, got the living dog piss kicked out of him. And he did hit his strikeouts that day, guys. And I no way can I look under. I get it. It's the Blue Jays. They are elite. They are good, but those other teams that were elite and good too, he slammed through those doors. I am just more worried about how long does he have out there, and that's why I'd be looking to take his outs under today, and I couldn't no way get there on his under strikeouts, and I just got to let these overs go when a guy's coming off of his career most pitches. That's just is what it is. This is their pride and joy, guys. And they're going to start babying him soon. And if they baby him after his longest freaking workload ever, I wouldn't be surprised. And I'd rather be safe than sorry with how many other great spots that are available today. Now let's talk about a spot that I wanted an under on. And I'm talking Freddie Peralta. His over's at 5.5 at minus 120 on DK right now. And the line just seemed off. I was actually going to look at his under, like I said, on his strikeouts versus a solid Baltimore team that I thought was solid. But we got a 4.5 that I thought we would get, or we'd get plus money on his 5.5, guys. That's where I thought we were going to get. And we got a minus 120. This man, since May 2nd, has not hit his over on a K prop. He's hit 40% win rate, guys, in his last 10 games to the over 5.5. That does not warrant juice on a guy who's been sucking cack under the bridge for milk money and he's lactose intolerant. He's doing it for free, guys. Like, that don't warrant juice. The books are asking you to bet this man's under. Now, when I thought these guys were elite, guys, I went over and looked at the O's and I'm like, whoa, they've came back down to life. Okay. They still have an elite K percentage next to their name, guys, but they have come back down hitting. They are middle of the pack and they're not walking for the life of them. There's just too many other opportunities for me here, guys, to just let it go. But at the end of the day, the books are asking for you to bet under. And I don't do what the books ask, guys. Now, if they would have had this at plus money to the over, I would have then looked the other way, guys. But the line just seems off to me. So I'm just going to stay it off, leave it alone. I have way too many other good spots to attack on this beautiful day. Another spot like that, guys, right quick, is I'm going to call him Justin Bieber on this show, guys. I know his name's Shane Bieber, but he's Justin Bieber, guys, because he's a little bitch when it comes to striking people out. Now, he's a really good pitcher. I'm not going to say he's not a good pitcher, guys, but I bet strikeouts. I don't bet out props. Like, I don't look to bet out props, and you're not going to get a good deal betting Bieber out props every day because they're going to be freaking clackety-magackety because that's what that dude does. Good pitchers go deep. I get it. Noli, don't yell at me. Sharpie's pitcher strikes people out, though. And that's just not what our guy's been doing this year. And the fact that they put him at a 4.5 and they juiced it to the over to a guy who hasn't hit 4.5 one time in his last 10 games versus a Boston team who we know where overs go to die. They're asking you to bet the under. That's all I'm going to say there, guys. That's all I'm going to say. Now, am I going to go bet his over? Fuck no. No, I'm not going to do that. But now, if this fool comes out and strikes out 7, I'm just going to laugh. At the end of the day, I've had to let Bieber go, guys. Sometimes when you're not winning with guys, bro, you got why? There's something I learned from my drug addict mother, guys, growing up in life, and that's going to all those Narcotics Anonymous meetings. And the definition of insanity, guys, is repeating the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. Why would I keep playing a guy that I'm losing on? It's just no. Why would I keep playing Blake Snell if I'm losing on him? Now, oh my God, Sharpie, Blake Snell got 8 strikeouts last night. Oh yeah? Go check the shit out I posted on Twitter. Thank that umpire for 3 of them, guys. 2 3 inches off the plate, strike 3s. Yak up. I mean, he pitched well. He pitched great. I'm not here to knock him, guys. He's just been terrible every time I bet on him. And it's insanity if I just keep betting the guy. So there it is, guys. Appreciate you all for tuning in. If you're just showing up for the recap, smash that like button, as it does help the algorithms more than you know. Today on The Balking Dead, I had 12 of my pitchers to choose from. And because my boss is cooler than yours, I only got to talk about the 6 that I wanted to talk about. I did add in a couple extra for those who wanted to check out that at the end. We started off, guys, with our double 6 alt parlay with Jesus Lazaro, tied to the last guy we talked about in Joe Musgrove at 6 apiece at -122. By putting them at the win percentages I want, well, the wiggle room I ask for in the situations that they are in today. Then, guys, we got a half unit on Zac Eflin over the 5.5 -110. And I got into a guy, guys, who's been a monster for us, and that's Mitch Keller, guys. And I got in on 6.5 -122 last night, and I would pay up to -150 juice for this man. And if you do not have a book that allows you to bet regular juice type and you only get the plus money, if they have 4 left-handed bats or more, go full unit. If they have 3 left-handed bats or more, go half unit. Next guy on the 7.5, that is. Next guy up, guys, was Lucas Giolito, and I just don't get the number. I don't get why it's plus money or why it was offered at plus money. So it's just been good for me to let it go when something doesn't seem right. And I just have to let him go today, guys. Last guy up that we were betting on is Kevin Gausman versus the daunting Astros. And I'm on the over 6.5 at -135. And I have a quarter unit on the 9+ at +200. Now, do not pay juice for this man right here in this spot, as most of his lines are at a -150. I would go half unit to the plus money and a quarter unit to the 1 up, as bankroll management is key. Check out the breakdown why I do not want you paying juice. Like I said at the beginning, guys, we are now adding in the timestamps for those who are busy. At worst, the recap, guys. At best, a stamp next to all pitchers that we talk about when I have the time in the day. Appreciate you all for tuning in to the best MLB pitching prop show that God has ever created. The Balking Dead, guys, on a wonderful Tuesday on what has been a blessed June, guys. This show, of course, is sponsored by PrizePicks. If you haven't, go on over there, use that promo code PubSports and get a match deposit of $100 on your first deposit with a minimum of $25. Until next time, fellas, I'm Sharpie's Bets. This show is produced by Big Show Picks and on Pub Sports Radio. Some say we be pubbing. I say, Keller!
Keep firing, assholes!